How King Charles III spends his money, and how he gets all this money. Charles III is the King of the United Kingdom, born on November 14, 1948. Charles, before being proclaimed as the king, was the longest-serving heir to the throne. He's also the oldest person to accede to the crown. What do you know about King Charles III? In this video, we explore how King Charles spends his millions of pounds, and where he gets his income from. How wealthy was the Queen? What will happen to her wealth? Queen Elizabeth II has an estimated net worth of around $450 million as a result of inheritance from her father and investments from the Duchy of Lancaster. As is customary for the British royal family, Princess Diana's former residence is being converted into private apartments for £4.5 million to be sold to the public upon completion. The royal family's most impressive official holding is the Crown Estate, a portfolio of assets that includes luxurious London properties worth $19.2 billion. Although formally owned by the family, it is under the control of the British government, which receives the hundreds of millions of dollars the portfolio generates each year. If you are enjoying the video, subscribe to Luxury Couch for more luxury videos. So, let's continue. Does King Charles get all the Queen's money? The Queen's will has not been made public, and historically, the royal family has not released such details after a monarch's death. At some point, however, it should be known which private properties owned by the Queen will go to King Charles. Both Balmoral Castle in Scotland and the Sandringham Estate in England were passed down to the Queen by her father, King George VI. King Charles automatically received the Duchy of Lancaster. In his first address last week, he confirmed that he had followed tradition and passed his own holding, the Duchy of Cornwall, to his elder son, Prince William. The royal family will continue to receive the sovereign grant since the new king on Saturday reaffirmed his decision to continue the tradition of surrendering the hereditary revenues from the Crown Estate in return for the grant. What does King Charles III do with his money? King Charles III is the monarch of the House of Windsor. He has a net worth in excess of $600 million. He does not, however, live like an average person. He lives an extravagant lifestyle, with private jets, lavish castles, and lavish cars to match. Some common expenditures for King Charles include $24 million on security and $13 million on charter planes. In his defense, he's got a lot of people after him. He also owns a number of estates, including Berkeley Residence, Buckingham Palace, London, Sandringham House, Norfolk, and Balmoral Castle, Aberdeenshire. King Charles III, security and travel. The monarchy is an institution with public profile and reputation to maintain. The new king will therefore spend around £7 million a year on security, according to the Sunday Times Rich List, including £2.2 million on new royal aircraft. The royal household budget also includes nearly £3 million for communications, £1.6 million for catering and banqueting, and around £1.5 million in upkeep of homes and furnishings. Meanwhile, travel costs will come to more than £1.4 million annually. All these figures are broadly comparable with those under the reign of his father, when they were calculated last year at around £8.8 million per annum, although it was reported that George V spent as much as one-third of his annual income on keeping up appearances. The Crown Estate. King Charles III has always been an advocate for social responsibility and the welfare of the people. In 2015, He donated £50 million to charities through his patronage. The King's Trust, His Majesty, also pays for medical treatments that are not available on the NHS, such as IVF treatment in London, which is worth £2 million annually according to the Daily Mail. King Charles III also financially supports a number of medical research projects that could help those with cystic fibrosis, a disease from which his son, Harry, suffers. The current king was born in 1948 into a family with the foresight to purchase the Crown Estate when it was up for sale after World War II. This decision has paid off royally for future generations. Today it comprises about 18% of all UK land, including agricultural land, residential and commercial property, sports venues, and other assets, including coal mines. Best investments made by King Charles. Charles' best investments have been real estate, which is one of the most expensive asset classes. In 1985, he bought Buckingham Palace for $54 million. At the time, it was estimated to be worth about $90 million. Today, it's valued at about $1 billion. King Charles seems to have had a knack for guessing what kind of things would be popular in the future. The man's investment in factories and railways in the late 1800s led to an astonishing $1 billion fortune by the time he died. Some argue that a combination of luck and foresight enabled his remarkable success, but others believe that the nobility simply had an intuition for these sorts of trends. Beneficiaries who inherits the wealth. In general, the rules are that wealth will be passed on to the spouse and then to children. However, there is one caveat. If any of those children or descendants pass away without a legal will, their share of inheritance is given to the remaining heirs. Therefore, it is important for all inheritors to have up-to-date wills drawn up, so that wealth does not go through different family members before it reaches them. So, what do you think about today's video? Let me know in the comment section down. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to Luxury Couch for more luxury videos. If you want to know about the richest peoples in the crypto world, you can watch this video showing on your screen. And take care until next time.